It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Bryce. Hey.
And also, we have the Merman, who, not unlike the U.S. Postal Service, always delivers.
That's right.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Yes. Well, thanks to all who've been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please support us and join the growing Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/Film Rage YYC. All members get special episodes and content only for members, and all members that sign up will get a limited edition Film Rage merch item, which are quite fabulous. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a terrible movie rental and we will watch it because we love to have the rage. Shout out back to our Canadian listeners. They've overtaken US as we enter the stretch for the month of October, Halloween, and thanks, kids.
Movies are back at Canyon Meadows Cinemas. We are open for your viewing pleasure with great new films opening weekly. All health-regulated protocols are in effect for a safe and enjoyable experience. And don't forget, we should be your first choice for your next birthday party or special event. Can't make it to the cinema? We got you covered. Order concessions from our online store, and you can either choose curbside pickup or get them delivered via Skip the Dishes, Uber Eats, or DoorDash. For more details, go to canyonmeadowscinema.ca. Here at CMC, we would like to thank you for your continued support, and we are looking forward to seeing you at the movies.
Just want to mention, it's time to dance.
You are correct, sir.
Oh, streaming. We've been streaming. And Bryce, we're what?
We're streaming, Jim.
Not our Murray, though he didn't want to stream.
Oh, streaming.
So, this week we streamed on Shudder.
Dum.
The Medium.
And not like as in large,
No.
medium, and small.
No. Different type of medium.
It is.
The Medium is a supernatural thriller from Thailand. It starts out very effectively as it has a genuine feel of a documentary, which adds to the believability of the events that follow. Unfortunately, the initial documentary feel morphs into more of a found footage feel that has kind of grown tired over the years, at least for me. I loved the first third of the film and liked the remainder. The development of the main characters at the start of the film was very well done. We get introduced to a shaman exorcist in the form of Auntie Nim. We also are introduced to her niece, Mink, who displays some strange behavior as she becomes inhabited by, I don't know how many spirits, but a whole schwack of them.
Shit ton.
A ton of spirits.
She was getting filled with a bunch of spirit, if you know what I'm saying,
Yes.
throughout the movie.
So much spirit. Mink's mother, Noi, also appears at the start. It's like, well, what's she in here? But then she becomes a greater part of the story as the film rolls along. There are some shocking and genuinely creepy visuals throughout. The film, unfortunately, morphs from documentary style into a more found footage, as I mentioned before, sort of like Blair Witch. As the final act unfolds, we get some overused filmmaking devices. they relied on in the final act that kind of dampened some of the effectiveness of the closing scenes. The Medium was brilliant at the start, and despite my complaints toward the end, was still a very good horror movie. It had its share of shocking gore and intense scares. The Medium was meh.
Oh my.
Do we really need night vision?
Medium.
Again.
Yes, always.
No.
We always need night vision. So the quote-unquote documentary of this film seemed to me, although I did like the concept of it, did seem a little fake for a little while. I did find the acting was a little weak during the documentary side of things.
That's the side I love.
Well, no, don't get me wrong, I liked it. I wish it kind of stayed there. But they at times they still seemed like they were acting, and you shouldn't when you're doing a documentary. It should have felt a little bit more natural.
I thought Auntie Nim was natural.
Yeah, well, she was great, but the other ones were kind of iffy. Yeah, she was fantastic, by the way. Well, up until the point where Mink threw a kid against the wall.
Yes.
And then...
How awesome was that?
I know. I'm thinking, I might have seen the disclaimer as I watched. I actually read every single credit looking for the disclaimer that they usually have at the end of the movie where it says, no animals were harmed in the making of this film. Or in this case, no CLFs were harmed in the making of this film.
No, that kid was harmed.
But to no avail. One less CLF ain't harming no one, is it? Exactly. I mean,
they're expendable.
People get up in arms about animals being harmed, but you can throw kids against the wall anytime you want. By now, I'm kind of dialed in, fake or not. And then shit really starts to happen. It must be said, there are some cool traditions at funerals in Thailand. A, gambling parlor. B, candy throwing.
Yes.
C, fireworks.
Yeah.
Murray, when I die, can you please take my body to have a funeral in Thailand? It is now the only thing that I ever want to do when I die. I don't care if you burn my body. I don't care if you bury my body. I just need to go there so that everybody can get candy and fireworks and get to gamble like we're in Vegas.
Just get my dead ass to Thailand.
Exactly. Just throw my ass to Thailand.
Because that'll be cheap.
I love how all the time we think that Mink was fired because she was incompetent and not doing her job properly because she's getting possessed. Well, yes, it was true. But the real reason was because she was having sex every night with a different person on a different desk.
And the couch.
And the couch, that's true. Yeah, so let's face it, the acting in this documentary, I'm going to say quote unquotes again, it isn't the greatest, but this story is so unique. I was enthralled all the way through this. It's like with frosted mini wheats. The sweet side of me is like, what the fuck is going on with this terrible acting and evil, tasteless side of the story? Then, on the other side, I'm kind of like, whoa, this is actually, kind of a good story. It's unique and it's fucked up.
Sweet
and I was completely invested. I mean, who knew I would taste or choose the taste of the no frosting side? Yeah. The most interesting thing, though, to learn, though.
I did not get that analogy at all, by the way.
Yeah.
I did. I just took a while to get there.
Yeah. But did anyone else know that heavenly meat in Thailand is actually dog meat?
Yeah.
I think when I go to Thailand to die, I might not bring my dog. Just saying. There is some dumb stuff in this for sure. As Bryce
Bruce Holland.
As Bruce Holland. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. As Bryce had already alluded to, but the fact that Mink is possessed, and they didn't keep her tied up. Like, I didn't get that part. I mean, did they not see The Exorcist? Like, tie her up. She's possessed.
They did tie her up, though.
Yeah, but then they
tied her
didn't
to
at
the bed.
nighttime. They would let her out at night.
No, but
like,
when
let her out.
But when she got free from the bed, she got free on her own somehow. We didn't see how.
No,
it
but then
happened.
every night they kept showing her different things in the house. I'm like, didn't they tie her up before they went to bed? I think they just put her in the room.
No, I saw them tie her to the.
Well, the one time they did,
Yeah.
but then every night they kept showing her out doing things in the house, different
Yeah.
weird things.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they maybe have seen The Exorcist and they would have tied her up and maybe a little stronger. Poor little Lucky, maybe still with us today.
That's true.
And Mom's Heavenly Meat doesn't get freezer space this week, I guess. But this did have the usual tropes of found footage, as you had kind of mentioned: jump scares, demon possession, cannibalism, all wrapped up in a nice, neat Thailand deathgasm ending. Plus, you got baby eating, dog eating, night vision, creep eyes, as Bryce also said. Cannibal blood orgies, and burning your mom alive. So, yeah, we definitely got our money's worth. Ultimately, it was creepy, weird, and interesting ride with a pretty awesome ending. But all in all, it was a meh.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Found footage, I don't think I can see a found footage
I
ever
was-
being Mondo again.
Yeah, I was trying to kind of play this thing out in my mind as if they just didn't do the found footage thing, didn't do the documentary style. If they're going to do the documentary thing, keep it like that the whole way through. I don't even know if that would have been a great movie, though.
Yeah.
What would have been a great movie is the concept was good.
Yes.
Everything was good in it, other than
Yes.
the fact that they were relying on this found footage, which kind of really handcuffed you in how you could shoot things, and they try to stretch it out a little bit, and then it would be like, okay, that wouldn't really happen if this was being done. So why not just scrap the whole found footage thing? Just film it like a regular movie. It had the writing behind it.
Yeah.
It had enough scenes. It would have been so
It was
good.
so unique.
There was-
I don't think I've ever seen a film with like this. I mean, you've seen this kind of possession type films before.
Yeah.
But this was completely fucked up. Like it was like they incorporated, worshiping, and it was just some of the visuals were amazing.
Yeah,
the cinematography. But you're
How
right.
good would the cinematography if they actually were,
If they actually had, you know what? But here's my guess.
Yes.
I think people sometimes do found footage because they don't have a big enough budget.
And I get that, but Jesus, this looked pretty good. Budget could have been a problem, but I don't think this was a money-saving method. I think that they just decided to do it this way.
Yeah.
Because it was a good-looking film. Like, it wasn't like a cheapo found footage
No.
film. This had some quality behind it.
Yep.
I just wish they would have filmed it a little more traditionally, and it would have. I think it would have suited the story way better. We would have been able to. Some of the scenes would have been able to been fleshed out better than they were
I love how you used the word fleshed out too.
with the
There was a bunch of cannibalism.
with the
in
way
there.
that they completely handcuffed themselves by doing it the way they did it.
Well, I think everybody should. If you like horror, you should definitely see this movie.
Good movie.
You should see this movie because it's pretty fucked up and it's got a lot of goodness.
And there's some scenes in it that you're gonna take away, and you're probably gonna tell your buddies about. It's just
Let alone throwing the kid against the wall.
Yeah. There was some stuff in it that was Mondo. But,
Yep.
Overall, it was meh.
Okay then. So, then we went to the cinemas.
Yes.
Did we ever?
Didn't
Wasn't that
we
a party?
ever? Yeah. Something about whiskey in that song you're gonna sing there, Mur?
Well, a little backstory before we get going here is, it was Friday night, and I can honestly say that was the biggest crowd I've seen
In
since
the movie
before
theaters.
COVID.
Yeah.
Like it was like it took us half an hour to get inside the theater, just a concession. Like it was nuts.
Yeah. The popcorn line alone.
I was so glad that my buddies bought me popcorn.
And
I was like, They like me. They really like me.
And poor Bryce was at the other end of the city.
Yeah.
And he got caught in a traffic jam.
Oh, it was horrible.
And it took him an hour to get there.
I was on Deerfoot Trail
was
for an hour.
It was an adventure.
We almost didn't make it in time.
It was an adventure. I can tell you that.
And we bought our tickets like 3 days ahead of time and still ended up in the third row.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's as busy as I've seen a theater in a long time.
So what
long
we're
time.
saying is, we saw the movie Dune, which has been so well expected, and this movie has a lot of bearing on what happens to our undoubted Denis Villeneuve. I'm just saying.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I would imagine, because if somebody rages over it, then he's going to be off the list. Okay, well, let me talk about Dune. I have seen the future of cinema and the face of God, and his name is Denis Villeneuve. Not since seeing Star Wars so many years ago, the first time in theaters, have I been so mesmerized by a film. As far as science fiction is concerned, I have now seen the perfect sci-fi film. The sound, music, cinematography, FX, CGI, scenery, actors, and story had me engulfed in this film for its complete 2.5 hours. I wanted to go on for another 72 hours watching this film. Plus, Hans motherfucking Zimmer, you are a fucking god. The sound completely engulfed me in a sound haze of awesomeness. I have goosebumps the entire movie as I was fully immersed, as the music and visuals were so synced.
Goosebumps had goosebumps.
They did have goosebumps. The music and visuals were so synced and perfect. Plus, seeing this in IMAX, in my opinion, was the only way to really get this full effect. I have never been more excited to see a part 2 of a movie. I don't ever often say that. I have read the book. I have seen 1984 version. So I know how this is all going to work out. But my soul is now synced to this film for life, just like it did with the original Star Wars so many years ago. Star Wars at the time was groundbreaking for its time. And I feel this film is going to influence every science fiction film to follow. Plus, it's official. I am madly in love with Oscar Isaac. I know I said it the other week that I was just in love with his hair when we talked about Card Counter and how amazing he/it is. But now I'm officially in love. And not just with his fabulous hair. He's just one more thing that was perfect in this movie. No surprise, this film was a science fiction perfection mondo. And yes, I know, not the entire book was in this. And it could have been another 3 hours of character development, which I think a lot of the people that are fans of the book would say, oh, well, they didn't develop the characters the way the book did. Well, no, they didn't. But I feel Denis brought the feel of the book of what it is. It was a mondo for me. I absolutely love this film.
Okay. I feel like I should go next. Because,
Okay.
you know, Dune was all right.
You're mental.
You know, it was very striking film visually.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very loud film.
Yes.
With a score that had guttural wails underneath piercing
Yes.
string sounds backed
Yes.
by tribal drums.
Yes.
The score also contained various chants and a low humming noise. Oh God, that humming noise.
It was so good.
That permeated like every scene.
I loved it.
For 2.5 hours.
Yes. Yes.
For 2.5 hours.
I wish it went on for 18.
We also had noisy flying machines and really loud
Yes.
giant earthworms. Lots of various random industrial sounds as well. Don't know where the industrial sounds were coming from, but all of a sudden, clickety clankety clang. Along with this onslaught of noise was some clunky dialogue throughout, but it was delivered in a way that made it more effective by the collection of competent actors delivering said lines. The geopolitical story of a place with a valuable resource that has outside forces fighting to take control of it seems to be a tale that never goes away. It is relatable today as when it was first written in the 60s. Still, this was loud, it was long, and even though the attention to detail in every scene and the breathtaking visuals made this very watchable, that is all they did, which makes Dune meh.
Aw, that's too bad. I know you don't like loud noises, so
It was just obnoxious.
Whispering and walking doesn't make much noise.
Obnoxiously loud.
Yes, it was perfect. It was intensified the whole film. I was like lit on fire from moment one. And Hans Zimmer, I just freaking think he nailed it. And in IMAX, no less. I was engulfed with sound and visuals the entire movie.
Meh.
It was motherfucking mondo. All right, Mur, what'd you think? Did you think it was too loud?
In a word, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Murray leans over in the middle of the movie. He's like, I may be getting old, but this seems really loud. And I'm like, got this shitting gritting on my face, and I'm like, yeah, it's really loud.
Well, as usual, I feel the need to tell a story before.
Okay. Once
Because
upon
my
a time.
reviews are always short.
Okay, let's hear the story.
This reminds me of my Star Wars Episode 1 experience.
Wait, are you talking episode 1 or
Episode 1?
Episode
Episode 1, Phantom Menace,
Okay.
in the movie theaters.
Gotcha.
After what, 20 years or whatever without a Star Wars movie? It was like people were going bananas for that movie, like before it even came out.
Yes.
They thought it was going to be like awesome. And I actually bought my tickets from another guy who bought a whole bunch. Basically, he was like a scalper. I paid, I think, double what the price was.
Nice.
Just so I could see it on like opening night.
Yes.
It took like...
I saw it at like 3 in the morning on opening
I
night.
didn't have a car back then. I took like a bus to the train, then a second bus.
What theater did you see it at?
Way down the south there. What's it called now? It used to be called Coliseum. It's
The
something
Coliseum.
else.
Now it's
called
Shaughnessy,
I walked into Eau
whatever.
Claire the night that it went on sale.
And there's like one
bought a
bus every
ticket.
hour.
Hill.
Anyway, so I got there, and yeah, like 45 minutes waiting outside, and I ended up with, and this wasn't like assigned seating where you buy the ticket, like the actual seat number.
How is this?
This was general admission.
How does this apply to? Because you didn't have to stand in line for these
getting there.
tickets.
For 45
Oh,
minutes. I had
okay.
the tickets, but I still had to stand in line 45 minutes to get in.
Ah, yes.
Which was the half hour we had to wait for this one.
Right.
When I got in, I was in the second row.
Oh, so you got to step up this
And
time.
This was, like I said, this was not assigned seating. This was like first come, first serve.
Right.
And 45 minutes before the movie, I still ended up in the second row. And I'm talking like the pod racing and all the droid battles, like in the
So much
second
noise.
row.
Yes, so
and
much
yeah, it
noise.
was noisy. And I was in the second row. I couldn't, like, I like to see everything in front of me.
That pod race was
I don't like to have to
obnoxiously
move my
loud as
head.
well.
Yeah. So this is very similar to what I experienced on Friday night.
Okay. Now we get where your mind is
now
at.
you get the connection.
Yeah, I get it.
Sure.
By the way, I am with Murray 100%.
This
so
reminded
far.
me of that experience.
Yes. Same for
now-
me.
Preach on,
Same-
preach on.
Same for me, except for
With
this
the
one was
exception
better.
of like Star Wars and Star Trek, most sci-fi confuses the crap out of me. And this movie was no different.
Nice.
The first half hour, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what are these spaceships? I thought Dune. I thought it was supposed to be taking place in the desert. Like, what was all this other crap? And I'm like, who's fighting who? What's the deal here? I'm like, they had an emperor. They had like armies. I'm like, is this Star Wars? And,
It's Dune.
And according to the director, yeah, it is. He said, I quote, "This is the Star Wars film that I never saw."
Yeah, because the Star Wars
So he
films weren't
basically
great.
set out to make a different kind of, but a Star Wars movie nonetheless. So which is what his intent was, which he succeeded because that's what it felt like to me. But yeah, once they got away from the city and all the spaceship battles and all that kind of stuff and got out to the desert, then it was a movie I could actually, appreciate and enjoy.
Nice.
And of course, I can never say a bad thing about Rebecca Ferguson because I freaking love her.
Yep.
I don't know about this whole voice thing. Like, it seemed kind of, I don't know. It's like the Force, but it's the voice. They have this
Yes.
voice. It's like the Force. I'm like, okay. And again, I have never seen a Dune movie. I've never read the books. I had no idea what was going on in this film before I went to see it. So yeah, well, halfway through, I finally started to understand the storyline.
Perfect. You got at least to halfway through before you started to. Nice.
And yeah, it was freaking loud.
Yes.
Like Hans Zimmer is awesome, but
Yes,
you not
he is.
need to sit 8 feet away from the speakers
Oh, I love
to listen to it. So yeah, if I had my choice, I probably would have seen it on like a Tuesday afternoon, like after it come out, and sit way at the back.
Okay.
That way, then I could have taken in the whole screen.
Gotcha.
Because there's probably a lot of stuff I missed because I was at the third row. But that is not really our fault. That's just the tickets sold out.
I watched it again.
And the reason...
Did you watch it again?
Of course you did. And the reason why it was so busy there is because Dune was playing on like 4 different screens, all within about 20 minutes of each other. So it was literally the busiest night they've had in probably 2 years.
Yes. So,
yeah, overall, I enjoyed parts of it. Parts of it I didn't. So, yeah, I have to give it a meh as well.
there we go.
I watched the entire thing again because I was like, that was so meh. I must have missed something. So I watched it again. And
Did
you know
miss
what?
anything?
No, it was still meh.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful.
Because I was a little tired that night. And I was like, maybe I'm just a little tired. And
You've been just tired in general.
It's been rough being, you know what? Usually being Bryce is a frickin' carnival ride, but last couple months,
It's
not
been a
as
roller
much.
coaster. Yep.
It's been
Not as much.
It's been a roller coaster ride from hell.
There was a time when people should have been like paying money to live my life, but no, those days are gone.
Well,
not gone, but just
I know.
dumb stuff. Why am I talking right now?
I have a feeling that it's as much as I am the oldest one in the room. You two are just got old before your time.
Well, that's true.
This was, and I've said it before. This was like watching a lacrosse game. The music started pumping, and it just drove it to the very end of this movie.
Why they bastardize a great game like lacrosse by pumping in music and
It's
turning
so
it
good.
turning it into a
The only thing better is if there was cartwheeling cheerleaders would have made it even better. I can't wait till we go to Vegas.
Appreciate
they
the
all have
game.
it.
I want to go watch lacrosse to watch lacrosse. I don't need frickin' everybody's working for the weekend pumping into my brain while they're doing it.
They wouldn't play that song.
And some idiotic.
They play more metal.
No,
do they?
it's metal and rap because
Yeah.
they
Metal
want
and
the
rap.
kids to come watch.
And these silly cheerleaders running up and down the aisles,
Yes.
dancing around.
I love cheerleaders dancing. I love.
Okay, what I
I
never
just
got
want to watch
was
the game.
cheerleaders at a hockey game. I never got that. It's like
That's the same as lacrosse. It makes no sense.
like football, yeah, soccer maybe, but it's like hockey.
You know what we needed?
cold
You know what would have made
sport.
this movie even more mondo than I thought it was? Was cheerleaders running up and down the aisle.
Sure.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
And then on that note,
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, are we moving on?
Dune was meh.
it was mondo,
It was man.
super mondo,
Meh.
mondo,
Meh.
mondo.
Now.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Well. My rage this week is because, other than seeing the Mondo film, Dune,
Meh.
I looked that up, did you?
no, I was just going to say that I actually was hoping we'd see 2 Mondos back to back, which would have been Japanese Cube. But apparently, the planet did not want us to see Japanese Cube before Halloween. Now, does this make any sense to you?
People are gonna think this movie's actually called Japanese Cube.
well, it's the Japanese production of the remake of the movie Cube,
Thank you. Just to
or what
clarify.
I'm calling
I can't find
Japanese Cube anywhere.
Just Cube.
I'm just angry. We've seen nothing but just meh-filled horror films this entire year. And we get to Halloween. We're like 1 fucking week before Halloween. And there's the only thing playing in theaters right now is Halloween Kills.
That's bogus, man.
Right? We should be having Japanese Cube.
Should totally be having
Or
Japanese Cube.
A Japanese version of the Cube. Or
I think they
Cube,
should change the
Japanese
name to
style.
Japanese Cube now.
I hope maybe when we
I
get
like
it, that's what it'll be called.
Yeah, Japanese Cube.
Because people in in the U.S., I think of the original Cube as Canadian Cube.
I think that you're wrong.
I don't know. I think they
Nobody
might.
calls it Canadian Cube.
Don't they?
No,
They just call it Cube?
they just call it Cube.
Okay. Well, I'm just angry because we need more horror movies before Halloween. Like the days of like,
it used to be great.
what's in theaters this week? No, not the best sci-fi movie ever made. No, they'd put more horror movies. That's what they would have,
Yes,
right?
I'm 100% with you.
You're on this bandwagon.
I am leading the charge.
Yeah.
It's you and me out front going, we want more horror before Halloween.
Evil is here tonight.
Yes.
Evil's here tonight. That's what we want to be chanting in front of the
Yes.
cinemas. Well, that's my rage. Murray, what about you? Are you mad? Are you raging because there's not enough horror movies
He's
this
mad as heck
this
and he's
weekend?
not going to take it anymore.
I will never be mad about that.
What?
What?
I am.
What do you want to watch at Halloween? Love stories? Rom-coms?
Best horror movie ever, Evil Dead.
Well, there you go. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, but they stopped making them.
Well, they could have made another one. They could have made anything that was like Evil Dead, maybe better than Evil Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Anything dead,
Exactly.
right?
Sure.
To be honest,
That's all I
the only
got.
thing I look forward to on Halloween is The Great Pumpkin,
Oh, there you go.
which I was able to watch
I was thinking
on Sunday.
it might be doing something else with a pumpkin. It's kind of like
No.
heating it up in the microwave
Well,
and
can't do
then
trick or treating. Nobody comes to the house.
drilling a
Don't
hole.
party
in the
anymore. So yeah, I sit home and watch The Great Pumpkin.
Nice.
Huh, that's actually interesting.
It's kind of like
Because you're
American.
not, and you don't take the
It's kind of
filling
like
out,
American Pie. No, it's
right?
not.
Yeah. Huh.
It's American Pumpkin.
That is,
Yeah.
that's some food for thought.
It is. It's literally food for the.
You guys.
All right, stop me if you've heard this. Halloween is coming, and where are the horror movies? Yeah, my rage is the same as Jim's.
Is that because you read it on the?
No, I was gonna
Script?
do it anyways, and then I see Jim's is like, okay, nice to steal my thunder, and then I was gonna come up with something
synced.
else.
We're in sync, buddy. We're in sync.
So yeah, no, I 100% agree. I don't understand how we could have Halloween coming up and have one stinking horror movie come out.
And wait a minute, though. Wait. Antlers is a horror, so maybe we're gonna get to see that before Halloween.
Yeah, we're gonna get to see that before Halloween. So
Okay.
maybe we're being a little harsh here.
Okay.
But also, just thank goodness we got the Cuff 12-hour
That's right.
horror marathon coming up this Saturday night. So
Some of
That's
those-
right.
some of
We're gonna
those
be-
I actually haven't
I
seen.
believe there are still tickets available.
No, there are not.
No, there's not. It's
I
officially-
believe that there are no tickets
It has
available.
been officially sold out.
I just got an email today saying there was limited tickets. It's
And
already
then
now. It's
Murray
gone.
bought the last one.
No, according to Facebook, now sold out.
Pache Boak.
Yes.
That's right.
All right.
So
Anyways,
that's it. It's
Yeah,
it's
that's my
done.
rage.
Yep.
All right.
Bring the Halloween. Damn it.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Hey there, this is Frankie Sparks.
And this is Scott Eisenberg,
We're married.
and we have a podcast called Shoot the Flick.
Every week, Scott and I introduce each other to a new movie the other one has never seen. We talk about it, give our thoughts on it, and also share some behind the scenes fun facts.
We want you guys to come along and enjoy the movies with us.
Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Shoot the Flick, and check out our weekly episodes every single Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and pretty much anywhere else you can find a podcast.
Come and listen to us now as Frankie and I
Shoot the Flick!
My New York peeps.
New York.
New York peeps.
All right. Last week, there was a lot of rage. What can I say? Ben Affleck just brings it out of me.
Uh-oh.
Love that
But
guy.
it's time to get back to things that I love.
Okay, no
Finest
rage
actor
for
of
Murray
our
this
One
week.
of my favorite people in Hollywood, actor-director Ron Howard, is promoting a new book that he wrote with his brother Clint about his famous family and growing up in Hollywood.
I love Clint Howard.
He's the best.
If Santa is listening, by the way, that's on my wish list.
Okay. He's listening.
Lost in all of Ron Howard's accomplishments is the solid film career of his younger brother, Clint.
Nice.
So here then
Let's do it.
are my favorite
I'm
Clint
pumped for
Howard
This is now
moments.
Bryce's Christmas present.
There you go.
Holy shit, how is this happening?
Me and Murray have never been so simpatico ever.
Ever in
wait till you see
life.
the list. You may not agree.
Okay.
First up, Parenthood.
Yes.
Probably one of the few Steve Martin films I actually like, except for Planes, Trains, Automobiles. And no small part because it was a Ron Howard film.
My grandmother thought it was too real.
It was real.
When the dildo came out, that
and
was it. She was like,
Keanu
oh,
Reeves
man.
is in it too.
Or the vibrator. I don't know what it was.
Keanu Reeves is not in enough things. I think we've already discussed
No,
this.
he's in Parenthood.
No, I'm
Incredible.
agreeing,
Oh.
but he's not in enough things, is what I just
okay.
said.
Yes.
He should have been in Dune.
Clint plays the father of a Little League baseball player
Yes.
on the same team as Steve Martin's kid. When Martin's kid drops the ball, he flips out. No! He had no business being out there. No business! And later he actually tells his son, just go for the ball no matter where it gets hit because everybody else in the team sucks. This is
Nice.
a great role. Next up, we got the Austin Powers movies.
Yes.
I think he was actually in all three. And he actually had a name. But I
He
can't
worked at
remember
NASA.
His name.
He worked at
Yeah,
NASA.
he was the radar guy.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a small part. But considering he was the radar guy who always started off the penis jokes,
Yes.
very appropriate.
With Clint Howard, there are no small parts.
That's right.
You remember he was in the movie.
Wait a minute.
right.
We are talking the mesmerizing list here shortly, so just saying.
Next up, we have another one of Big Brother's movies, Apollo 13.
Yes.
Nobody benefited more from having a famous brother than Clint. Ron cast him as one of the mission control technicians trying to get the crew home. And as usual, he had some juicy lines.
Brings the juice.
Okay, so just so you know,
Yeah.
his name in Austin Powers Gold Member was Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson, yeah.
That's right.
Because I called him Johnson.
But in Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me, it was just Radar Operator Peters.
There you go. See? So not even the same character. Next up, we have one that Bryce probably won't like. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I know, a Christmas film. But a Ron Howard film, and Taylor Momsen was totes adorable.
Totes.
Clint Howard plays the assistant to the blowhard mayor of Whoville.
Clint Howard was still awesome.
Besides basically repeating everything the mayor says,
Mesmerizing.
he seemed to be the only one who actually liked the guy. At one point, he shaves his head after the Grinch did the same thing to the mayor. That's dedication.
Clint's a god.
Next up, we have one, The Water Boy. I hesitate to put an Adam Sandler movie on here because I don't really
Oh,
like
come
him that
on.
much.
It's so good.
But this film also had Ron Howard's BFF, the Fonz, in it. So,
It did. Who was
Yes.
also so good.
Plus, Clint is always memorable. Favorite quote? Look at Bobby tackle. I haven't seen a tackle like that since Joe Montana. Joe Montana was a quarterback, you idiot. I said Joe Montana.
Nice.
Now, Clint Howard did
Classic Clint.
He did star in some movies not directed by his brother. As a Halloween treat, check him out in Evil Speak, 1981.
Uh-huh.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 4,
Nice.
1990. Leprechaun 2,
Yes.
1994. And The Ice Cream Man, 1995, which is available for free on YouTube. to
I
watch.
haven't seen that.
Guess what we'll be watching
He
this
The
week?
Ice
basically plays a
Cream Man.
psycho who escapes from an asylum and basically likes to kill children. So
It's on my watch
there
list.
you go. It's free
I
on
might
YouTube.
buy one of those ice creams.
Or if you really want a good scare, go back and check Clint as a creepy baby man in the original Star Trek series.
Sweet.
Boo.
He was pretty creepy in that.
That's all I got.
All right.
Murray, that's really too much joy for this rage-filled podcast, I have to say.
I
It was,
had a lot
it
of
was
joy.
beautiful.
All right. It's time.
The moment you've all been waiting for.
Hey, let's do
Or maybe
this.
you haven't been waiting
Okay,
for.
I would like to. Okay, so basically, what we're doing today is our mesmerized list has gotten out of hand. We've got so many freaking people on it that we gotta be a little more selective, let's say, when we put people on this list, because what's the point in having a list if you can't even go through the thing without forgetting what you read in the first?
It's all
first
in
few.
there.
It's
You just forget to read it. But anyway.
anyways, it's just way too many names on this list, so we're gonna narrow it down. However, I would like to make a suggestion that everybody sitting at this table gets one veto, because we put them on the mesmerized list at some point. We thought they were mesmerized.
Okay, I'm on board for that, actually.
And
I don't know if Murray's going to be on board for that.
Once you use the veto, you can't change your mind later if someone else comes off that you wanted.
I absolutely want to use that because I know the one person who I think is the best actor ever created, Murray is not going to allow to be on. So I'm on board for that.
We all get one veto. So, and that makes them mesmerized for life, by the way.
Yes.
You cannot touch them.
There'll be a star by their name.
A little asterisk by their name.
That's right. Okay. I'm
one
game.
Veto?
Yep. Okay.
Right.
That means Murray's going to get to save somebody.
I don't even know who I'm going to use.
Oh, I know who I'm using, because as soon as Murray does the no, then I'll be using my veto.
I think I know who you're using too.
I think I know who I'm using too.
All right. Let's, who's taking the helm on this?
Okay, well, I'll go off of our website where it is. And when I come to the second, you printed it in order?
Yeah, I printed it in order.
There you go. Then the first person on your list should be J.K. Simmons.
I made 3 copies, Jim.
Perfect. I don't need a copy. I've got my device.
At any rate.
I'm paper-free, baby.
Devices.
I still think J.K. Simmons is mesmerizing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, in.
You're going to mark it on paper, though, so I can take this back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting a check mark by him. I'm going to use a pen that works, though. That way you'll actually be able to see the check mark. Mads Mikkelsen, no-brainer, yes.
Absolutely.
It's a given.
Viola Davis, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Mesmerizing Murray.
Mesmerizing Murray.
I have to abstain because I've only seen her in a couple of movies, but I don't like her.
Okay,
I love how he abstained. I get to keep my veto.
Perfect.
Sweet. And Jeffrey Rush spelt wrong?
Geoffrey Rush.
Geoffrey Rush.
I vote yes.
I vote yes, too.
Yes.
Okay. Gary Oldman, mesmerizing? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis, come on.
He's a
He
god.
made like 6 movies, but yeah.
Okay, this is not eliminating anybody so far, but it's going to come. It's going to come. Kathy Bates.
I'm thinking we could take her off. She's made some stuff lately.
I want to say no.
Well, I say yes, but now it doesn't matter. So Kathy Bates is gone.
So you weren't going to use your veto there?
No, I'm not using my veto there.
All right.
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, that's
a no-brainer.
Despite the last 2 movies I've seen her in the film festival, she is still mesmerizing.
I will have a fist fight with anybody that tells me that she's not mesmerizing.
Yeah,
she is just. I haven't approved of her last couple of decisions.
I have to see though if she goes against Viola Davis, then it could be a problem.
It'll be a bloodbath. Javier Bardem.
Yeah, that's a
no-brainer for me.
Yeah,
yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay.
You don't have to give us anything.
Yeah.
You can you want to steal our vetoes now at the beginning of the list.
Steve Buscemi. I think he's absolutely mesmerizing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Right.
Wait, I just want everybody who's listening, because if they're not looking at our website, I just want to tell you what the meaning of the mesmerized list is. So, these are actors or actresses who are voted on by us, that when they are on screen, they take over the screen no matter what is happening all the time. Basically, we are mesmerized by them whenever they are on screen.
No matter how bad the movie is.
That is right. No matter how bad the movie,
they're still worth watching.
They're still worth watching.
Helena Bonham Carter.
I could see her go. I think she has moments of greatness. After seeing her in the Sweeney Todd, I was like, she wasn't all that good.
She hasn't made that great choices recently, but
yeah, I'm gonna say I like her. I like her a lot, and I think she used to be mesmerizing. I'm willing to let her go.
All right,
yeah, me too.
Helena Bonham Carter's gone against. I say that she should absolutely stay, but I'm not going to.
But apparently you're not letting anybody go. The person that wanted to do this so far has wanted to keep everybody on the fucking list.
No. Rhys Darby.
That's a given. He should be there for life.
I think I've seen like one thing he's in. I find him funny.
Abstain you do then. So he's on.
Yes.
Ben Kingsley. He's a sexy beast.
He's a bit of a sexy beast.
It's based on Iron Man 3. I want to take him off, but
Well,
he's pretty good in everything else.
If you want Bryce to use his veto, you could throw it out there.
I don't know that I'll be using my veto, but
Well, the movies that I have listed here, they were a
Maybe
long
I
time
would.
ago. What has he done recently?
He was just in Shang-Chi,
but he was a stupid character.
but he was still
Same
mesmerizing.
stupid character from the Iron Man 3. It's like,
okay.
Ruin
Sounds
that.
like you've got the final word on this there, Murray. So Ben Kingsley, mesmerizing or not?
I would say no.
All right.
Wow.
He's
Wow.
gone.
Just let me think about this for a second. 'Cause
Are you using your veto?
Vito?
Because I know how much you love Ben Kingsley.
oh man.
I got a lot of them keyed
This
up,
is
so-
crazy. I didn't think I'd have to. No. Okay. This is the most painful
Well, you
thing
can
I've
come
ever
back
done.
to it if you haven't used it. How's that?
Okay. Fine. Okay, Francis McDormand. Yes.
Yeah, that's a given. That's a three-way. That's actually one of the only ones we would ever agree to have a three-way.
John Malkovich. I'm tossing him.
Yeah, he's made some turds.
Yeah, I'm not using my veto on John.
Okay.
I mean,
John.
just to list Con Air, Red, and Red 2.
Yeah. No, it's just poor
Although
decisions
I enjoyed them, but
yeah. No, yeah. No, I'm gonna go no. So Willem Dafoe. I'm going yes. He is mesmerizing.
yeah, he's always entertaining.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah. Although William H. Macy would have taken him out in that movie.
Whatever.
We didn't see.
Max von Sydow.
Yeah, he's
Absolutely.
a
Absolute
god.
mesmerizing. Gregory Peck.
Well, see here, I kind of have a problem.
Uh-oh.
He's got a
I mean,
problem.
I like him a lot,
All right.
but he hasn't made a lot of movies.
Not lately because he's
No,
dead.
I mean,
He's
the
dead.
last like 40 years. Like,
Yeah.
all of his stuff is from the 40s and 50s.
Because he's been dead for a long time.
No, it's just like he doesn't have a huge list of movies. Like,
Like,
yeah, he won the Oscar for Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Cape Fear was good. Roman Holiday, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to take him off.
Well,
but it's like
You have a choice to.
Are you saying yes? Mesmerizing.
yeah,
well-
I can leave him on, I guess.
I just watched The Omen again,
Yeah.
and between him and Damien, it was
Yeah.
a mesmerize off for sure.
There you go.
He was mesmerizing.
Okay.
All right.
Philip Baker Hall.
Yeah, I had to look this guy up. I didn't know who he was.
He's like the most mesmerizing
Yeah,
actor.
no, I recognize him now.
Yeah. He is. I can't take my eyes off this guy when he's on
I
screen.
don't know. See, I've seen him in TV shows too. It's okay.
So what say you? What say you, Jim? You seem to be like not saying anything.
Ah, well, I'm just sitting back and enjoying this ride. Yeah, I find him very mesmerizing.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, leave him on.
Okay, good, because that one I would have used my. And thank goodness I don't have to. Okay, Toshihiro Mifune.
That one I
Mesmerizing.
absolutely have to abstain.
Yeah.
I have no
Okay.
freaking
All
idea
right,
who
he's
that
staying on.
He's
guy is. Couldn't
on.
even find him in IMDb.
Sid Haig.
Yeah, that's
That's a no-brainer.
well for me. I don't know about Murray.
Again, never heard of him.
Okay, perfect.
Abstain.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah,
He's mesmerizing.
Yeah, he was.
and now he's dead.
Now he's
He
dead.
is.
Brian Cox.
I could see him go.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna say let him go.
I just saw X2 today, this afternoon, because it was on TV. And
Oh.
I'm like, he's also in the
He
two-
was the
he's
original
also-
Hannibal Lecter.
He's also in the two Red movies as well.
He's got moments of greatness. I'll give you that.
Okay,
but
fine.
I think I could
Move
take
on.
him off.
Okay, Brian Cox is gone. That one's a little painful for me.
Well, you still got a veto.
I'm not using it on Brian Cox. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not. Benicio del Toro.
Oh God, he's so mesmerizing. He's something,
all right.
He's mesmerizing. Is that a yes, Murray?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Robert
Jim's I'm the
Duvall.
only person voting here. Jim's on
I the one that just said he's mesmerizing. I said he's a god.
Robert Duvall. Gone.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
Bye,
Allison
Robert Duvall.
Janney.
She's mesmerizing.
absolutely.
All right. She can stay. Nicolas Cage.
Oh God, Murray, you're the one that has to speak first, Murray, because it's going to be you.
What, every time?
Mostly. They mostly come at night, mostly.
Well, the last few movies he's made, I have not enjoyed.
Yes, but was he
But
mesmerizing?
I will say he is always the best thing about them.
All
There
right.
you go.
I say yes.
Okay,
as
but
well.
he chooses some real crap.
Yes, he does.
Isabelle Huppert.
Oh my God, she's so good.
She is so good.
friggin' clue.
Well, she is mesmerizing. Stephen McHattie.
Oh God, yeah.
Barely know who that is.
Canadian joy, right there.
Yeah, he's our Canadian content.
He's our only Canadian. No, he's got.
We got some more, but he's bringing up.
I love how you're gonna have to pronounce this because you never do it right either. But of all people, it would be you that could pronounce it.
Digimon Hunsu.
Dijon?
No, Digimon Hunsu.
Digimon, maybe Digimon.
Digimon Hunsu. I don't know.
He's
Anyways, yes.
mesmerizing, just from his
Murray?
size alone.
Murray.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, I'll
He's
take
abstaining.
No, I've seen these movies. I just...
It.
You don't-
All right, Vinnie Jones.
I find him mesmerizing always.
See, the three movies that are on here I have not seen because they're all... Well, one's a horror movie.
Hey, it's right
The
here.
other two are Guy
It's
Ritchie.
it's a
I just
movie
bought
poster
that.
right
I
beside
just
me.
bought that. By
I
the
just
way.
know him from Gone in 60 Seconds where he doesn't even talk the whole movie.
Ah.
And yet he was still mesmerizing.
That is true.
I'm actually turfing Vinnie Jones. He's gone.
What?
Vinnie Jones
sorry.
is gone.
How can you say that?
Okay.
It's just the way it goes because this list has to get low enough. I'm looking at these other names. He doesn't match up. Chris Cooper. I say yes.
Yeah.
I'll go yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I go with that
Maggie Smith. I say F yes.
for sure.
Yeah, I do. F yes too.
Okay.
Motherfucking yes. Same with Bill Nye.
Okay,
The acting guy.
We're on to page 2. Man, this is a long list.
2 of 3.
Bill Nye, the acting guy.
He's totally mesmerizing.
I will always remember Shaun of the Dead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sally Field.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Give or take.
I do love her.
Yeah.
I think she's done some amazing. She's an Academy Award winner.
Mhm.
I think she's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I have seen movies of her in.
Mm-hmm.
Even going back recently,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say I would take her off.
Okay, I would leave her on, but you have
Alright.
spoken.
I'm just saying I've seen a couple movies of her in that I'm not loving her in.
Jeff Goldblum.
Hell yeah. Hey,
I think you. I always
Jeff
feel.
Goldblum is mesmerizing. No matter what movie he's in, his personality is
He
mesmerizing.
was.
He still is.
He was pretty good in Thor.
That's right.
He's okay in Thor.
You know what? Jeff Goldblum always shines over everybody else that's around
That's
him.
right.
That's for sure. I gotta say, I would say yeah.
Yes.
I'd keep him on.
Mm,
Well, if you want him off, Murray's probably gonna use his veto.
Oh no, I know what I'm gonna use my veto on already.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Well, he's still on. Michael Caine. I just saw a Michael Caine movie.
Yeah, I could do without Michael Caine.
Yeah, based on his last movie. Yeah, I didn't
Me-
even know it was in it with what's her head? That girl that has the face and the 2 ears.
Oh, that one. Yeah, her face and ears
Yeah,
are
her.
always
No,
present.
it was what's that movie called? Or what was her name? She's been at Cuff a few times. She's like in quirky comedies a lot.
No idea.
Aubrey Plaza.
That's it.
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza.
You know, the one with the face and the ears.
Yeah, with the face and the ears. Anyways, he wasn't that great in that.
Yeah.
All right, so
All
Michael
right.
Caine's gone.
Goodbye, buddy.
I love Aubrey Plaza. She's great.
Yeah.
She's very good in it.
Yeah.
Movie was okay.
Yeah.
What was it called?
I don't know.
It was playing. We should have been pumping the tires of it because it was playing at Canyon Meadow Cinema.
The Black Bear? Was it Black Bear?
No, not Black Bear.
Oh, which one was it?
It was like
Bestsellers?
something about writer, something.
Bestsellers?
Bestsellers. That's it.
Yeah.
Is it still playing there? Do you know?
I don't know.
If it is,
I
you
can't
should
remember.
go
You
see it.
should
It's
see it.
good.
It's good.
She's very good.
Yeah.
Michael Caine, but she's good. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah,
We're at Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm taking crappy off.
Really?
I am.
Wow. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I like him, and I think he was the best thing
Brutal.
in.
All right, get done. Whatever.
He's
No.
gone. No one wants to protect him. There you go.
I'm
Apparently, you didn't love him enough to use your veto.
I'm not going to die on that cross. No. Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, I find him
I
mesmerizing.
find him mesmerizing.
Sure.
Okay. That's not a no, I guess. Wanda Sykes. Hell yeah,
Hell
she's
yeah.
mesmerizing.
Oh God, yeah.
Do I
Murray?
have to use my veto on this?
Well, we said, yeah, no, you can't veto to take them off. We can veto to keep them on. But if you say no, you're forcing Bryce or I to use our veto now.
You have to use yours. I don't know.
If you don't, Marie, then you say it.
I find her funny, but she hasn't made enough movies.
Well,
Well, what does that mean?
Monster-in-Law, Bad Moms, Clerks 2.
yeah.
I
she
know.
was
Oh,
mesmerizing.
Clerks
Only
2.
movie she's made.
She's in lineup with her
She's
husband in
a
Clerks
TV
2.
and
Oh,
stand-up
it's so
star.
funny. They're waiting to get some fast food, and the banter is just
Yes.
priceless.
She's not a movie star.
Right, but is she mesmerizing? Murray, you have the right.
You have the right, or
she
you
is,
can
but she's not a movie star.
you can abstain
It's a
because you haven't seen
no,
enough.
No, I have seen these. I
Okay.
just don't think she's
So
mesmerizing.
then say it. So Bryce, are you using your veto for Wanda Sykes?
As a movie star, she's not mesmerizing.
What does that mean?
'Cause- Because she's a TV star and she has stand-up spell. She's a stand-up comic.
Yeah, but she's in movies. When
Yeah,
she's
but the
in the
movies
movie,
she's in are
When she's-
terrible.
when
Is
she's
she
in the
mesmerizing?
movie, is she the most mesmerizing thing in it?
No.
All right. Well, I may use my veto on that one. I'm going to see what if I
Okay.
will have to save it for.
Okay, we're gonna have
Possible.
we're gonna come back to Ben Kingsley and Wanda Sykes so far.
Yep.
Okay, Russell Crowe
Gone.
gone.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
using your veto?
I'm using my veto.
Oh, you're using your veto.
Damn right I am.
I already crossed him out.
Too bad.
It's too late. He's just used his
I would
veto.
was-
save, saved my veto for a page
I
and a
crossed
half.
him out with a smile on my face and a song in my heart.
Because I knew you guys were going to take him off, and I don't want him taken off.
All right, I wrote him
love
back in and put a check mark by him.
He's
but-
on for life, baby. That
That's-
was the rule.
Yeah, what's the rule?
Nice.
All right, Russell Crowe is now mesmerized for life. How the hell did that happen?
But you gave me a veto. That was your idea.
Oh, the stupidest thing I've ever done.
When he thought we'd have to save Viola Davis. All right, Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Little darling.
Oh, Barbara Kingsley.
I think we have to remove her only because we've only seen her in one movie.
What
Yeah.
idea who she is?
She's gone.
She's the most mesmerizing
she was
thing.
lovely in that
Yeah.
movie. Crispin Glover, absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's just a weirdo.
Yes.
I know.
A deliciously, fabulously acting weirdo.
Lon Chaney, absolutely.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, and Lon Chaney.
No.
Have you seen enough Lon Chaney?
These movies were 100 years ago. Of course I haven't.
Okay, well then,
Then
you
you're
have
gonna
to abstain.
abstain.
William H. Macy.
Of course.
Of course.
All right, of course. Peter Stormare. Oh,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Richard Jenkins. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Cillian Murphy.
I don't like him that much.
I say we pull him.
Yeah, gone.
Killian Murphy's just been Killian.
Ellen Burstyn.
She's a goddess,
She
even in
is.
that terrible movie.
That movie was so bad. Like it was beyond bad.
I enjoyed
But
it.
all the old ladies loved it,
Yeah, they did.
and even the
Some of the
husbands that they
some of
dragged
the-
along
Some
with
of the
them.
old fellas did too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ellen Burstyn.
John Carroll Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch, not John,
John
Laurel
Laurel
Kinch.
Kinch. I'm saying yes.
I'm saying yes.
Murray.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
He's more of a TV star these days, but whatever.
Veronica Cartwright.
Oh, I love her so much.
No idea.
Yeah, I gotta say
I'm
yes.
saying yes. Coleman Domingo.
Wait, you forgot Lupita Nyong'o.
Did I? I don't have it on my
I don't
list.
have my list.
It's on our website. So whatever your printer didn't work.
All right. She is absolutely mesmerizing.
Yep. And you forgot Marianne Jean Baptiste, which
also
is
mesmerizing.
also mesmerizing.
Okay.
Now we're caught up to date.
Perfect. So, Coleman Domingo.
No idea.
I'm thinking we could pull.
Yeah, pull him. Sean Penn.
Yeah, he's mesmerizing.
I'd love to say no here, but it's not gonna make a difference.
Why?
I also like him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but what do you think of him as an actor?
Okay, he won a movie for Mystic River, and he was the worst thing in that movie.
Okay.
That movie should have been the Oscar should have been given to Tim Robbins.
Okay. But
It was a horrible
it's not-
performance. He wasn't mesmerizing
not
at
a-
all.
Okay, so what are you saying, Murray?
No,
Are you saying no?
no.
So he's gone.
Oh wait, I might hold my
Listen,
veto.
guys.
So
Oh.
we gotta have some
Okay,
vetoes.
we're gonna revisit Sean Penn.
Yep.
James Stewart. Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Michael Stuhlbarg. Absolutely.
Yeah, me
No
too.
idea.
Michael Ironside.
Canadian
Of course.
content
All right, he stays.
stays.
John Hurt.
Absolutely.
Ray Fiennes.
I could go no on Ray
Yeah,
Fiennes.
he's gone.
Unless they started making Bond movies.
June Squibb.
Oh, she's a freaking
Alright.
goddess.
She is. Christian Bale.
I don't know. I could do
Gone.
without Bale.
Diane Wiest.
Okay, we forgot Jeffrey Rush, but he's on there twice.
That's why I took him down the first time.
Then it's Diane Wiest. Yes. She's absolutely mesmerizing.
I'm getting rid of her.
Okay. I'm not going to save her.
What's that?
I'm not going to save her.
Perfect. Alan Rickman.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Okay. John Goodman.
Yes.
Yeah. Will Patton.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Idris Elba.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Viggo Mortensen.
100%.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Tig Notaro. She's so good.
She's so good.
He's all right.
So is that no?
He's fine.
Murray,
I've seen
it's
her.
got to be
I've seen
mesmerizing.
her in one freaking movie. She's a stand-up comic.
Yeah, but she's also
You guys
an
keep
actress.
putting stand-up comics on here.
They're also
not
in
movie
movies,
stars.
and they're mesmerizing.
Yeah, she was all right in Army of the Dead.
Yeah, she was mesmerizing.
She was mesmerizing.
Harvey Keitel's a yes.
Harvey Keitel, yes.
Tom Wilkinson's a yes.
Just for Mr. Wolf alone.
Yep.
Tom Wilkinson is absolutely yes.
Yep.
All right, we're down to the last few. Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah, that's a yes for me.
He's the one that kind of sneaks up on you where you're like,
Creeps up just like the
it's like-
underwear.
but it's like, wow, this guy's just so mesmerizing. Everything he's in, it's like, wow.
Yep.
Clifton Collins Jr. is absolutely a yes for me.
Yeah.
No idea.
Aquafina is absolutely a yes for me.
I wanna
That's
say no again,
absolutely.
but it'll make a difference.
Wait, Murray,
Murray!
that's not the point of
Okay.
this exercise. So
No,
if you're saying she's not,
You already said no.
I did not like her, did not find her memorable at all in the Shang-Chi thing.
okay, so then you're saying no.
I mean,
Put a star by her. We
maybe
got to
one of
review
the-
the stars.
We'll
Maybe one
revisit
of the
her.
few.
Sam Rockwell.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
you'd say yeah.
Dev Patel, yes.
Absolutely.
I want to say no.
To Dev Patel?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll revisit that one too. Don't waffle. If you're saying no, say no. We're trying to eliminate.
Because you guys have seen everything these guys have been
Okay,
in.
so
I've seen
then
like a
say
quarter of them.
abstain. You're confusing me, Murray.
Yes,
But I
abstain.
did see him in Green Knight, and I hated him in it. So.
Yeah, but you hated the movie.
No, I
He
hated
was
him in it.
mesmerizing in it. Okay, Adam Driver.
I'm sorry. Is Dev
Sure.
Patel gone or not? I'm confused. No.
Of course not.
He's abstaining. He's only seen him in one movie.
Okay.
Adam Driver.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix. I'm saying yes.
I'm also saying yes.
Yeah, I don't like the guy, but yeah.
And Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Oh, Murray, you should have kept your veto.
Take him off.
You might.
I don't care.
No, I'm not taking Bruce Campbell off.
Prove to me he's not mesmerizing anything he's ever done.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, he's on.
All right, what do we got left? What do we got to protect here?
Okay, so we got Aquafina.
Mm-hmm.
We got Sean Penn.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Wanda Sykes.
Oh my God.
We've got Ben Kingsley.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Just 4?
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to let Ben Kingsley go. So that leaves Aquafina, Wanda Sykes, and
I haven't let him go yet.
I know. I'm just saying me. So I have to choose between Wanda Sykes, Aquafina, and
Sean Penn.
Sean motherfucking Penn. Who can I let go? Oh my God. I can't let. I'm using my veto on Sean Penn.
Wow. You've made my decision really hard then.
I know. That's why I jumped in first.
Okay, so Sean Penn is now mesmerized for life. Oh. I'm letting Ben Kingsley go,
Okay, there we go.
which means
Who is more mesmerizing of these two people?
I will use my 2 vetoes on
No.
Wanda Sykes and Aquafina.
You get 1. I'm sorry.
Oh crap.
Here's my thoughts. Can I help to influence you?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that Aquafina hasn't been in enough movies yet. Wanda Sykes has a longer
No,
track
she
record of
doesn't.
films.
No, No, she doesn't.
So, I think you should use Wanda because maybe Murray will fall in love with
I think they're
Awkwafina
about
in the
same,
future.
To be honest. I think they've both been in about 4 movies.
Aquafina.
The rest is all TV shows.
All right, Wanda Sykes is mesmerized for life. When I got onto doing this list initially, who knew I was going to use my veto
For Wanda Sykes?
But I am giddy every time she is on the screen.
Oh God, yeah.
And she's been in some crap.
Oh yeah.
But when she's on the screen, I'm having the best time of my life.
That's
There's
right.
Nowhere I'd rather be.
I love seeing the movie with her and Awkwafina in it. It was great.
Oh,
You're in the same movie?
Yes.
oh. The movie was bad.
It was.
Okay.
It was okay.
It was okay. It wasn't bad. But they were fantastic.
They were. Oh, now I'm burnt out. This is like 7 hours of talking mesmerizing people.
We're well.
All right,
into it.
everybody,
Let's
go
speed
check
this
out
up.
our revised list, which I'll be updating some point in the next week because it'll take me 7 hours to program our website.
There you go.
Unfortunately, in all that, we only eliminated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe like 12 names.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
That's one page.
I thought
That's
Murray
right.
was going to be ruthless, but he was
being a little too
Mr.
kind, I
Because
think.
half the
Mr.
people on here
Waffler
I've
over
never
there.
heard of. You guys put
There
them
you
on
go.
and I wasn't here, so I had no opinion on them.
He hasn't seen their movies.
Fair
I
enough.
don't wish
We're
to
going
see
to turn him from being a TV watcher to a movie
them.
watcher.
Nope, ain't gonna happen. All right, last week on Rage or Dare, Bryce pulled the controversial film Leonard Part 6 from the Dare bag. This week, it's a surprise for both Bryce and Jim as they have been dared to see a terrible film by one of our fabulous members. This time, there's no chance for anything but a rage. Check in with Bryce and see if he did or did not get out of that jello tree.
Yeah, I had a hard time watching this.
I know.
I mean, there was like one scene when he's talking about young girls, and I was like, oh, God. So anyways, Leonard Part 6 started with a weird montage of action sequences that were later seen in the movie. We got to see Bill Cosby doing ballet and in a high-speed car chase, and then jumping out of an exploding building while riding an ostrich. Yeah,
Sweet.
that really happened. Then we got some guy telling us that Leonard Parts 1 through 5, the records of those have been sealed in the interest of national security.
Ooh, my.
That's funny.
Isn't it?
Then we got Bill Cosby acting out some food fetishes, which was very uncomfortable, as his female co-star smothered him in gravy and other assorted items from the menu of the restaurant they were at.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was kind of gross. And
Feeling
then
a little creeped out.
it just kept on getting dumber from there. This was a rage, and no one should ever have to watch it, and hopefully no one else ever will. It is my hope that I am the last person to ever watch
On the planet.
Leonard Part 6. Please, this is your public service announcement. Do not watch Leonard Part 6. Do not dare anybody to watch Leonard Part 6. Just let's not do it. No Leonard Part 6 ever again. This is the last you're ever going to hear about this movie, hopefully, in the history of the world.
And we won't repeat the name of that movie.
Correct.
Now, we were dared by our member, Philip, to see a film.
What?
Yep. We will be seeing the movie called The Red Maple Leaf.
The hell is that?
It's a film, and we can see it on YouTube, I understand. And it's supposedly the worst movie that's ever been made.
It sounds Canadian.
It does kind of sound like it's Canadian.
The Red Maple Leaf.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't believe that it's actually a
I
real
don't-
thing?
whatever. I'm sure it is. You don't really have to prove it to me. It's
I
fine.
want to. Now I have to look it up.
Yeah, let's take this
Yeah,
monster
it was made.
long episode.
It was
make
made.
It longer as you sit there and plug
It was
away on your
made in
computer.
2016,
Okay.
and it stars James Caan, Chris Christopherson, Martin Landau,
Oh God, really?
Paul Sorvino, Mira Sorvino.
Wow.
Wow, there's a lot of people in this.
Okay, I don't understand. How are all these people in it? None of them have been in a movie for
Paul
like the last
Sorvino's in it
15
too.
years. You
This
said
was
that.
maybe the movie that they were in.
Armando Sante.
Armando Sante's on this.
Sante.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Doris Roberts is in this. Eric Roberts is in this.
What is this?
Baldwin's
It's
in
a crime drama mystery.
it. Margot Kidder's in it.
Wow.
I
This
don't
sounds
understand
terrible.
what's going on right now.
I don't either, but supposedly
you're making up this cast.
I am
obviously.
not.
That is not a cast that's
Yes.
in the same film.
And apparently got a
Lori-
5.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yep.
I am confused right now.
This looks terrible. A crime drama mystery. It's
Yeah.
one of our favorite mashup montages.
It's true. It'll be awesome.
I think it's going to be terrible.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm going to have like nostalgia like crazy. I haven't seen any of these actors in 20 years.
Yep, and there's probably a reason why. This was the movie
love
that killed their
Walter.
Killed
careers.
half of them.
This is the movie that killed their careers.
All right.
I love Martin Landau.
Who doesn't? He's almost mesmerizing.
Almost. Because he's not on the list.
He's not on the list. Okay. Well, thanks, Ragers, for listening.
Yeah.
Super duper rage love to our members, Julian from It Goes Down in the PM podcast, James and Philip for their continued support through moral and financial. Thanks to the extended Film Rage crew of Leonard Conlon, Bex Goose, Tony, and Nat for their artistic contributions to our show. You can find their homes on our show notes. Thanks to our sponsor, Canyon Meadows Cinemas. Please go support your local independent cinemas because they desperately need your help. Apparently, unless the movie's Dune is playing. Find us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Film Rage YYC. Follow us on Audea at audea.io and search Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our updated Mesmerized list, soon to be there. We are always wanting to make this a raging blast for our listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, and send us an email to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage, especially something like Leonard Part 7. But no matter what you do, please make us rage. Please. Pretty please. That's it for this week. Rage on.
Rage on.